Hey guys, Trash Panda here. I took a ride on Friday, October 6th to get out and enjoy some of the fall colors despite the weather, and boy howdy did the day not disappoint. It was a pretty interesting one out there. A couple of spills and some inclement weather. Four-wheel drive club doing their thing and some other riders out there. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you enjoy the Song of My People. Dropping into Western Road here, I hadn't noticed it yet, but my other GoPro was having a little bit of a reliability issue. I'll get it corrected here soon, but I did come across this really cool Toyota off-road club doing their thing out here on Western Road, going over the rock shelves there. They were kind enough to let me through, but it was definitely cool seeing all those old Toyotas out there. There's a couple of Land Cruisers and FJs. I'm a big fan of the FJ60 and FJ62 body style, so that was kind of cool seeing those. Passed another pair of Legends on my way along the AR. It looks like they were doing the same thing in reverse. I don't know who you guys were. I hope you had a good time.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together, it's so beautiful. You and me, we're meant to be great outdoor, forever free. Sometimes you need to go, take a step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell. You and me, meant to be in
no ride in 2023 would be complete without it, of course, starting to rain. So as you can see here, it started in as I was taking a break and taking in some of the fall colors. This road's just off the AR. It's one of my favorite little detours I like to take, but today, with the rain and the wet leaves on the ground, I just was not feeling it. So in ahead, you're going to see me just turn around and give up once it gets rocky and steep. You know, it's just when you're out there by yourself, you have to sometimes take a moment and make an executive decision that, puts risk, at the forefront over a good time. But this is one of my favorite roads, and I really love it. It's gonna beat me up for the rest of the year that I didn't finish it. But hey, next spring I'll go out there with some buddies and we'll get her done.
Wrong one. Don't feel like dying today. So turning around on this one. This is my favorite section. Woo! Beat me up.
It looked pretty deep. I had done that other one earlier and decided I would not risk it again. Well, I think a combination of exhaustion and just sheer stupidity led me into a situation where, we'll see. Well, my little combined lesson of motorcycling and gravity led me to having bent the right-hand side of my handlebars pretty good. You can see them drooping down there. Everything worked great. Bark busters did their job. The front brake was good and intact. The side glass is a little beat up, but it's not leaking brake fluid or anything. Front brake worked. Throttle worked. Kill switch worked. All that good stuff. So it was just riding it out of there on probably the worst section I could have picked. I turned back onto the AR because I've been exploring a different route out that way. And the section of the AR I picked to make it back to the roadway was probably one of the more technical choices I could have made. And it certainly made for getting out of there pretty interesting. But you know what? It brought me by some cool sights and it was very pretty out that way. So you know, I enjoyed it despite the very minor hardship. The only reason I didn't try and fix the bars on the trail were the fact that there was a pretty good sized crack on the underneath side of the bar, and I was afraid if I leveraged up on it too much, it might just shear the bar off completely there on the side of the trail in the middle of nowhere and leave me completely stranded. I always carry toolkit, tubes with me and stuff like that, but you know, just I was nervous to tear that away. Steel is pretty malleable, it's pretty friendly, but at the same time, I was pretty certain if I lifted up on that, it was just going to break that bar loose from there, and then I'd be holding a throttle tube and really kind of up a creek without a paddle. So, did get to find a cool graveyard. Super spooky. This graveyard was filled with a lot of older gravestones and stuff. I think the newest one I saw in there was from like 1869. Definitely a TB death because they died in a hospital somewhere else, and you know, it was just a marker and not an actual grave site. But a lot of these were older than that, and it's pretty interesting. A lot of veterans in there and stuff like that. So a good little part of history to take a break from suffering my way out of the trail for my own stupidity. But yeah, definitely an interesting ride and an interesting day on the trails. I left out of here and went to Henniker Brewing Company, which was super deserved, I felt, after getting out of there with those handlebars like that. They were kind enough to let me try and fix a bike on their patio, but it was just still, I couldn't get that thing lined up right, and I could just see it wanting to break. So I actually limped the bike home with the bent bars and stuff like that. And I have a buddy who was kind enough to just shoot me a pair of used Pro Taper 7/8 bars. So I'm going to be back in action next weekend and everything, but it was certainly a very interesting day. I know this video isn't super exciting, but you know, it's a good chance to see some of the fall colors, see what it's like riding solo and then overcoming your own stupidity when you do something dumb like I did here. You know, I should have turned back at some point in time, or maybe just given up somewhere in the point of the day. You know, my desire was to make it to the Andor Road, and I never made it there. And that's a slang term for a road that's in on the AR that we really like. That said, it was still a great day on the trails, despite the rain, despite the slab back being super wet and cold, despite dropping the bike a couple times, not finishing Sodom Hill Road, and not finishing the trip to Andor. But I mean, just take this in. Like, look at, you know, what I got out of it, and just the beautiful colors and everything you can kind of see from the movement here. I mean, this was absolutely a beautiful ride. Every now and then, I think you just gotta pay for your bliss with a little bit of pain, and I think that's what this ride was all about this time. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stop by Henniker Brewing Company if you're ever in Henniker, and I'll see you guys out on the trail.